Story: The Zodiac Killer. Backhog meta. Pause. Sex. 2.5. In the late 1960s, while California was radiating the dream of peace and love, a different, darker energy began to seep into the San Francisco Bay Area. It was a creeping dread that had no face, only a name he gave himself: the Zodiac. Our story begins not with a man, but with a message. In August of 1969, 3 newspapers received nearly identical, handwritten letters. The author claimed responsibility for 2 brutal attacks on young couples in remote lovers' lanes. But this was no simple confession. With the letters came a challenge: a 3-part cryptogram containing 408 symbols. He demanded they be printed on the front page, or he would kill again. "I like killing people because it is so much fun," the cipher would later reveal. Once cracked not by the FBI or police, but by a history teacher and his wife from Salinas. The game had begun. The Zodiac was more than a murderer. He was a media terrorist, a puppeteer pulling the strings of public fear. His victims were chosen for their vulnerability, symbols of innocence in a landscape he sought to stain. Consider the chilling theater of his attack at Lake Berryessa. A young couple, enjoying a tranquil afternoon picnic, were approached by a man in a bizarre, hooded executioner's costume, the Zodiac crosshair symbol stitched onto his chest. He wasn't frenzied. He spoke calmly, tying them up before methodically stabbing them, leaving a message on their car door with the dates of his crimes. He was performing, curating his own terrifying legend. Each murder was followed by a letter, a bloody postmark on the public consciousness. His letters to the San Francisco Chronicle were a mixture of childish boasting, meticulous details of his crimes only the killer could know, and chilling threats. He promised to attack a school bus, to pick off the kiddies as they come bouncing out. The city held its breath. Police escorted school buses, and a blanket of fear covered the Bay Area, thicker than its famous fog. To prove his authenticity, he would often include a piece of evidence. After the murder of taxi driver Paul Stein in the heart of San Francisco, a brazen act that nearly got him caught, he sent a piece of Stein's blood-soaked shirt to the press. It was a macabre token, a tangible link between his ink-stained words and his blood-stained hands. But his ultimate taunt was his most complex cipher, the Z340. For 51 years, it remained an enigma, a monument to his perceived intellectual superiority over the authorities who hunted him. While police chased down hundreds of false leads, and the list of potential suspects grew into a Gilded Age directory, the cipher sat unsolved, mocking them in silence. Then, in 2020, the ghost spoke again. A trio of amateur codebreakers from across the globe, a Belgian warehouse operator, an American computer programmer, and an Australian mathematician, finally cracked the Z340. The message wasn't a name, but more of the same chilling narcissism. "I hope you are having lots of fun in trying to catch me. I am not afraid of the gas chamber, because it will send me to paradise all the sooner." The Zodiac's killing spree seemingly ended as abruptly as it began. After 1974, the letters stopped. The terror subsided into an uneasy legend. Was he dead? Imprisoned for another crime? Or did he simply get bored of the game and melt back into society? A ghost in the crowd. His true legacy is not just the lives he destroyed, but the narrative he created. The ciphers and letters transformed a brutal, pathetic killer into an almost mythical figure, an intellectual phantom. We remember the Zodiac not for the man he might have been, but for the puzzle he left behind. A puzzle where the final piece, his identity, remains forever lost in the shadows of history.